Hello and welcome, Andy here, talking already, and of course we have some breaking news. It's not really breaking news because it's been on every media outlet there is. It is basically propaganda week. We've had it coming out of our ears from every outlet, including the famous BBC, the British bullshit broadcasting corporation. We've had it from everywhere, including, well, you name it, we've had it. And I am absolutely sick of it because it is just propaganda. When you deep dive, then unfortunately it becomes very, very really obvious. Now, there will be some of you out there will be thinking, oh God, here we go. He's on his soapbox again. He's got his tinfoil hat on again, which is why the first half of this video will be just factual. We're going to talk about the item in question, and then we're going to ask you to go over to the other sites we have, which are Odyssey, Rumble, and OurTube, because the rest of the video will get banned on YouTube. So unfortunately, we're going to have to ask you to do that if you want to see the rest of it. So for now, we're going to talk about the hard facts, the various things that we can talk about, and then we're going to talk about the reality of it, the truth about it, because there is a lot of truth out there. And we're also going to show you some very interesting screenshots, some people talking about it. Of course, I've just seen a post on Twitter that said, oh my God, the anti-vaxxers are going to be out in force, talking about this subject. Well, unfortunately, that is one aspect of it, in the fact that those people are trying to pass on the truth. That's it. There's no theories, there's no subterfuge. It is basically we're passing on the knowledge that we've discovered, the information that's true, and if you don't like it, then that is your fault, not mine. Because basically you're like an ostrich. Bury your head in the sand, hope it will go away, or even comply with it. And as you know, I'm not one of those. So let's talk about what we can talk about, and this is an article in the University of Oxford. So what is meningitis B, and why don't older children get the vaccine? Well, this is all factual. It's an article there. So a petition is being called to give all children, at least up to the age of 11, it's got a record number of signatures, following the two high-profile case of a 2-year-old who died from the infection, whose parents believed they should have received the vaccine. Obviously, didn't get it for whatever reason. So, what is it, and why is the vaccine only given to babies under the age of 1? So, what is it? Well, it's an infection of the meninges, the lining around the brain and spinal cord. It can be caused by different bacteria and viruses, although bacterial infections are usually more serious, and obviously they can be treated by the usual method, antibiotics, because they don't work on viruses, by the way, in case you're wondering. One of the bacteria that causes meningitis is called Neisseria meningitidis, and I'm not even going to try and say that again. Also known as the meningococcus. Yes, this bacteria commonly lives harmlessly in people's throats. So this is a asymptomatic thing that you people will have. Nearly everybody's got it, but it can cause devastating disease if it gets into the blood or spinal fluid. And of course, there are different types of bacteria, but the most common one is type B. It usually affects children under the age of 1. causing fever, poor feeding, vomiting and lethargy. So it's septicemia as well, which is blood poisoning, and there's usually a telltale purple rash. In children over 4, the disease is rare, but there is a second peak of the disease in adolescence. Babies are at risk because they do not have immune protection from antibodies. They gradually build up immunity as they are exposed to similar bacteria in the environment. And lo and behold, up until recently there was no vaccine. In September 2015, the UK was the first country in the world to introduce a new vaccine. So, are there any risks? Well, like all vaccines, they can cause side effects. It has been given to over 8,000 people in trials with no concerns. It's more likely to cause a fever in babies than other vaccines. How did the government decide who to vaccinate? Well, yes, you can read that there. Pause the video, have a look and see. Okay, so if you've made it this far, then that is it. That is the factual part of the story, according to the University of Oxford and traditional medicinal practices. And we move on to the other part of the story, which unfortunately is not going to be suitable because it will, even though it's the truth, it will probably contravene some rule or other. So if you want to watch the rest of this video, you're going to have to pop over to Rumble, Odyssey or RTube to see the rest of it. Apologies, but there's nothing I can do, and I certainly don't want to get banned for telling the truth. So click the link down below. You'll find all of the links in the description area. There'll be links for these for the video, but also for the channels as well, for the platform. So if you've not already signed up, Rumble, Odyssey, RTube, then you'll find the video there, but also go and sign up and become a supporter. It's free, there's nothing to pay, same as YouTube, because you're already here, so there's no hardship. And I'll see you in a moment in the other video.